Yo, y'all back. You know what I'm saying? We back with another show, man, with another reaction video. You know what I'm saying? We about to get right to it. You know how we do it on this channel. We get right into the videos. We don't waste no time. But yeah, this video is the WACK 100 just confirmed a lawsuit against ADIN Ross. Let's get into this video and let's see what's going on. See what this nigga WACK talking about.
All right, so it appears to me that Jack 100 is attempting to use Ray J and his health issues as a way to pretty much like sue ADIN Ross and brand risk. I think he's still mad about how things went down with the Blueface situation just a few months ago. And this latest development is like step one of his revenge plot. He's using Ray J as somewhat of a Trojan horse, if you will. And yeah, let's get into it.
Of him like laid out in the hospital bed, like here. Wow. Rich
They got that nigga looking sick as a motherfucker. Who taking them pictures?
Dollar says, who took these pictures?
See, look, just what I said. Who took me fucking pictures, bro? That shit cold game.
Gotta be WACK 100, man. It gotta be WACK 100, man. Let me call WACK. WACK.
Yo,
I'm on stream. Everybody's telling me to call you. They just seen the pictures of Ray J in the hospital. They said, how did WACK allow this?
What I tell you yesterday, Act?
The people upset with you. They said
I don't give a fuck about them people. Fuck them and their mama. What I tell you yesterday? What I tell you?
You said you didn't know anything about the fight. You wouldn't let it happen.
What else did I tell you? There's no way what?
You said there's no way you should be fighting.
Because what?
You said he had a heart condition or some health issue.
There's no way he can pass a physical.
But he must have clearly did though, right?
Bro, listen, bro. Let me tell you something. It's in the blogs. The world knows within the last 6 to 9 months, dude had a mild heart attack. Bro, I have a fight situation, nothing but sports. When 600 took a knee, when he took a knee in the fight, they restricted him from boxing for 90 days. He couldn't fight nowhere for 90 days.
Wow.
So you telling me a motherfucker who got a heart attack on his motherfucking medical record that the world has saw, you let him get in the ring? You seen what I text Aiden? What I text Aiden?
Now, of course, that's a very valid point, right? And I know for myself, I was asking, you know, aside from breaking down the situation, why was Ray J even in the ring? If the bleeding out the eyes was true, which we have video proof of that.
Yeah, I didn't see the video, but yeah, I heard about that shit though too. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's all that shit crazy, bro. So let's get back into this video, and I just wanted to say that and put y'all thoughts in the comments. And y'all already know what we're doing in our show. We back into this video.
Unless he has some type of weird, you know, like running plays can only go so far. I don't think he had contact lens that bleed on command. We seen him bleeding out the eye. We seen the video of him saying, honey, you got a few months to live. His heart's at 25% and this and that. And, you know, we've seen how strict these boxing commissions are. The last 2 brand risk fights have been rearranged and canceled because of the fighting commission, the boxing commission. Different states. One was the Florida Boxing Commission canceling / rearranging Ruga versus, it was supposed to be Ruga versus Blueface originally, right? But it ended up being, you know, Chibu versus Blueface because the commission said that Ruga wasn't fit to a fit opponent for Blueface. He wasn't, you know, same level of skill. And we saw how he came at the great. I don't know if we can say that Ruga is not the same level of skill. I think Ruger would have knocked Blueface out, to be honest. We seen the power he had behind that right. And he was winding that bitch from hell. But that aside, in this exact card that Ray J fought on, we seen Scam Likely, who's arguably the most skilled brand risk fighter, because there are certain fighters that are on contract with brand risk. He is one of them. He's one of the most skilled, most polished fighters. Was told that he can't fight a 9-fight pro in Sean Garcia, 9 or 10 fights, and that kind of doesn't make sense. I feel like a 9 or 10 fight guy, regardless if he's undefeated or not, that's about right for a first opponent. We've seen first pro fights against people with 30 plus fights. So 9 to 10 fights, that's not that crazy. So, boxing yet again is showing why, as far as consumerism, even down to the level of a brand risk, where it's broadcast free for everyone, it is showing exactly why MMA has kind of surpassed it. Not even kind of, has definitely surpassed it, right? Especially the UFC. But let's continue.
I said, hey, you putting Ray J in the ring? I just thought it was a bunch of trolling shit. He over there with, Rampage and you know what motherfuckers do today on streaming. I ain't paying it no mind.
So wait, how could Ray J's a client of yours, right?
I had zero idea, bro. I ain't gonna tell you.
Plausible deniability coming from somebody who's all up in everybody's business is kind of crazy. Now, I know what Jack 100 would say. He would say, well, everybody sends me paperwork. I don't go out and search for it. But you send out watch parties to search for the paperwork. So you still do kind of put in effort into exposing people. He told Moose Man that he's going to find whatever he did, even if it's something in middle school. He said, I could press play anytime I want, and the exposure's going to get to digging. He tried to, kind of like warn them. And it's like, all right, so you have time to look up what, Moose Man of all people, Moose Man's not a household name by any means. You have time to look into what he did in the 7th grade if you feel like it, but you don't have time to know that Ray J was on multiple promotional pieces before the fight. This is to me, this sounds like a blatant lie. What manager, or to heck with management, I would assume that Ray J is somewhat of a friend with WACK 100 at this point in their working relationship, right? They've been doing business together for 20 plus years.
Of course. Come on, man. Of course, man.
I would assume that if your friend who health is hanging on by a string, I would assume that you've seen some of the brand risk promotion post Jack 100. It doesn't make any sense. Your story is not adding up. He says this shit with so much confidence and with the same tone in his voice and all that, so it sounds believable. Until you listen, you have to listen to what he's saying. Like if you were to read a transcript of what he's saying, you see the lies like it's nothing. But I hear him. I hear the lies still because it's like translating in real time, and he clearly would have seen at least one of the 10 to 15 promotional posts that were leading up to the fight. Ray J and Super Hot were the second biggest image on the main flyer, right after Johnny Manziel and the dude he fought. They have promotional videos that go out. They show them in their fight camps. And then let's carry on because he's about to try to say some BS about the Rampage Jackson training footage, which was the thing that he can't deny having seen.
Yo, this is exactly why you don't take the first offer after a car accident. Insurance companies will hit you with some low offer like 7.
But I'm saying even the Instagram posts, there's no way you didn't see not one of those. It doesn't make any sense.
Man,
Text Aiden. I said, hey, are you putting Ray J in the ring? Is that what I'm saying? Because I didn't believe it. Right? I just thought it was trolling. I see him down there with Rampage in his gym. That's some trolling shit to me. Right?
Mm.
I I would have never, bro. We talking like Ray J MMA. I'm like, nah, that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. It's like a motherfucker telling you, oh, WACK in a hockey match. The fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? WACK on some trolling shit. But I was even confused. How in the fuck? Look, I told ADIN, I said, yo, bro, no way he passed a physical. The nigga was taking 6 medications, bro. It's not possible. It's not possible that any commission would have even allowed him to be considered to get in the ring.
Yeah.
His medical record is public, is right there.
Yeah, so you knew about that shit, WACK, cuz. You knew about that shit, bro.
It's like, so
wait.
I got a
Are you
call.
saying you don't think he passed the medical?
I know for a fact it's not possible, bro.
It is not possible, but you know what is possible? It's possible that Brand Risk and Aiden Ross and Jordan, who WACK already showed public disdain for, but Jordan's the one that, you know, kind of publicly embarrassed WACK outside of the Blueface fight. Okay, so it's very possible that WACK has a grudge towards Brand Risk, and so with that grudge, he might have just, you know, schemed up a little plan, and that plan was,
shout out my nigga Donut. My nigga Donut right here in the back. Shout out my nigga Donut, man. Tap in, Donut. Tap in, man. Tap in, man. Tap into the Instagram. You already know, man. Tonight the show is already here. But yeah. I need y'all back, man. You know what I'm saying? Go back to this video. Let's go.
to send Ray J to fight on Brand Risk with his public health information out there, right? And so since you have this liability, this walking liability that Ray J is, by him getting all the way to the point where he fought in front of, you know, millions of people, now you have a lawsuit on your hand. He said, oh, you want to play legal games with me? Hold the check for months with me. I had to spend 52 bands to get, you know, whatever, let's just say 100. I had to come out of pocket after delaying that they couldn't fly back home because he spent $20,000 out of pocket to fly out, you know, a variety of Crips and Bloods for the Blueface fight. That's bad business to me. You know, we already broke that down. 20 bands in airfare is R word. That's dumb. But he did it. And so that means that it's another 20 bands to get back. He bought one-way flights. This is out of his mouth, not mine. I'm just quoting him. He must have bought one-way flights because the only reason why they still did the clav stream when they were out there in Miami for the Blueface fight is because they were stuck. Right? They stayed over the weekend, which was probably the plan. But then Monday come around, Tuesday, Wednesday, I remember Blueface hopped on this stream talking about finally home chat. It's like the whole camp ended up getting stuck in Miami because they were waiting on the check so that they could buy the plane tickets back. The reason why, what's his name, David Kavinsky, the boxing trainer that went 0-3 with wax fighters at Brand Risk, the reason why he was suing for 12 bands or so is because that check got delayed. So since the check got delayed to Jack 100, the check got delayed to everybody. All right. And so since all this headache was caused in Jack's mind, not because of him and his artists going on a smear campaign immediately after the fight that lasted for about 48 hours, all up on the Twitch stream, talking about this and that. So since that inconvenience happened, he decided he gonna get ADIN back. And so how do you get ADIN back? Make it look like Ray J signed up to do Brand Risk all on his own. He got into the fight, got into their ecosystem. This is why it's a Trojan horse. Then he goes out there and nearly gets beat to death. Now he's laid up in the hospital bed, as you see. Heart condition, they say, is worse than before. And so now you have the perfect grounds to sue. How did he get?
That's cold game though. But niggas be thinking about some cold shit just to get the bread. That's some cold game.
How did he get approved? So you could sue the Las Vegas Boxing Commission, which would fuck up business for Aiden Ross going forward in Vegas. He's not gonna be able to have any more events in Vegas, which he already paid. It was like $1.4 million or something, his most expensive fight card, just to get it approved, because the commission didn't want to have influencer boxing there at all. So they were already trying to discourage him. You know, when you give someone a ridiculously high price, it means you probably don't want to actually do business with them. You'll do it, but you're going to make it worth our while and then some. So he already paid the super tax. Now you have a possible unalivement on your hands due to neglect of the commission into the fight promotion, is how it's being painted by Jack 100 and the 100 side of Clubhouse. And the crazy thing is, they have a valid point in that. But do we really believe that Jack 100 had no clue about this fight? I don't believe it. My personal theory, you know, allegedly, in my opinion, is that Jack 100 planted Ray J as a Trojan horse. Win, lose, or draw, he's gonna have these complications regardless, you know, given the condition that he's in. So you'd have a lawsuit on your hands regardless. That's why they don't care if they're gonna get paid out by Rain Bet and by brand risk, because they're looking at the bigger picture. But anyways, I'm gonna let this play for a little bit longer before we get up out of here.
Listen to me. He can't even be considered. Man, go look it up. If a nigga had a heart attack in the last 6 months, can he be even considered to get in the ring, bro?
Is he okay?
Look, he's back in there right now with heart problems.
Is he okay? The TMZ saying he checked himself into the hospital and
Nigga, he checked himself in the first time. You don't remember?
yeah, but what's the status now? Like it doesn't look
He's
like
still he ain't stable. That's what I'm telling you. Like, listen, bro. Adam texted me saying, "Yo, Ray J got knocked out." I said, "The fuck are you talking about? I'm on stage in San Diego."
You knew he was
sends me a
fighting.
clip.
He was on the flyer.
I swear to God, I didn't know he was fighting. You can't find nowhere on the internet or me even mentioning or having a discussion about Ray J fighting. And I know both of them. You know, I know Super Hot Fire.
Yo, I just typed that in and it made the whole track? Nah.
Hey, that nigga, it's a chat, and this nigga, academics chat. That nigga said, I forgot about that shit. He said, WACK, the same nigga that had fake footage fighting Sharp on his set. I forgot about that.
That's by design. You're not going to leave a paper trail when you want to be able to claim plausible deniability, right? Plausible deniability means that if you were not aware of something as a higher up in a business setting or whatnot, then you cannot be held liable. So for the no jumper example of plausible deniability, if Adam 22 doesn't know that, let's just say Lush One and Jalise are smoking crack in the bathroom, if he doesn't know that or doesn't acknowledge that he knows that to anybody, then if one of them passes out in the bathroom, hits their head on the sink or toilet on the way down, and, you know, something bad happens and the family tries to sue, he would be able to claim that he didn't know that they were smoking crack in the bathroom. This is the same thing. That was just an example. I don't know if anyone's smoking crack in the bathroom at No Jumper. We know Doughboy is having freak offs in the bathroom though. But WACK is trying to use plausible deniability to say that he didn't know heart condition Ray J was going to fight. But you heard him just say, I know both of them. I obviously he follows Ray J. So you're watching Ray J's Instagram stories and stuff, I would assume. I would assume at some point he promoted the fight. But only Ray J can see if you viewed his story. So plausible deniability. Same thing with Super Hot. Only he could see if the story was viewed. Now he could come out and expose it all if he really cares about fighting for brand risk still. But who knows? Who knows if he's in on things or what? I don't, you know, after Jack 100 gave Super Hot what could have and should have been winning advice for the Gypsy Crusader fight, maybe Super Hot's a whack agent of chaos now. You know, who knows?
Who knows?
But with all that said, I'm gonna get out of here to the next video. Thanks for watching, y'all. See you.
All right, man. We're gonna get up out of here to the next video too, man. But yeah, oh shit, but yeah. It's Big Not a Whole Lot of You already know what it is, man. We back with another Not a Show. We gonna come back fast.